Hey everyone, it's Sam the Frugal Traveler here, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. I will say this is one of my early vlogs, so it might not be as good as the recent ones, but thank you so much for watching, and here we go.
Yeah, that is how you say hello in Swedish, because today I am in Stockholm at Skansen, which is the outdoor cultural museum here in Stockholm. Take a look at that. That's a stone from the Viking Age. So we have survived the snowy Skansen, and we are in central Stockholm in the Gamla Stan. And these two buildings right here are probably the most famous, if not some of the most famous buildings in all of Sweden, all of Scandinavia, and you could even say all of Europe. I mean, it's not like the Eiffel Tower famous, but those are some pretty iconic buildings. Very Swedish. They look like restaurants, mostly with like drinks, like coffee shops. I'm not sure necessarily what they sell, but this building right here is the Nobel Peace Prize Museum. So basically the guy who started the Nobel Peace Prize, he was a Swede. He invented dynamite and hated his invention so much he made a Nobel Peace Prize. And this right here is the Stockholm Cathedral. Now, it's a bit expensive to get inside. It's 85 crowns, which is around €8.50. So, I'm not sure if it's exactly what you should do, because I haven't done it, because I thought it was a bit overpriced. But I'm taking you around the corner, and we are going to see Sweden's royal palace, which you should 100% do, even though it's about €15, so it's a lot more expensive, but it's one of the only palaces from a monarchy that you can go in the entire world. So here we have Sweden's royal palace. It's a pretty magnificent building. And the cool thing is, the Swedish monarchy lives there, so they are inside and you can go inside. So you get to be inside the same building as an actual monarch, which is pretty crazy. Of course, you can't go through all of it. There's like 3 different parts. So there's the treasury, which is where they keep their treasures. It's where they keep the crowns, stuff like that. There's like a dungeon, and then there is, of course, some of the bedrooms, the dining hall, all of that. So we are sort of making a circle right now. I'm gonna head back over towards the main square. In Swedish, it translates to English as big square, which I think is quite funny. And this right here, this is just a beautiful view. I personally think that cathedral right there is more impressive than this one. But, you know, everyone has their own opinion. So, here are my budget tips for Stockholm. Okay, so I stayed at a place called City Backpackers Hostel, right? So it's a hostel, so you know you're spending like 25 euro a day compared to 125 for a hotel, okay? And that hostel, actually, they have a kitchen like most hostels, which is a way you can save money, but this particular one also has free pasta. So what I did on my second day here is I went to the store, I got a jar of like marinara sauce, lasted me the whole time, had leftovers, I gave it to a friend, and so lunch and dinner was just eating pasta. Breakfast, I would go to IKEA, very Swedish, and I would get myself a cinnamon roll, also very Swedish, and those are only 5 Swedish crowns per day. Now I don't know what that is in euros, but in US dollars, that's 47 cents. Okay? So you could stay somewhere for 25 euros, and then in food, you'd want to get some sort of sauce for your pasta, which is about €1. And then every day, you could get a cinnamon roll for about, let's say, 50 euro cent. So you could spend an entire week here, or let's say 4 days here, and you're spending about 105 euro. That's it. Compared to one night in a hotel, where you're going to be spending more than 105 euro for one night without anything else. So that's pretty epic, I'm not gonna lie, because this is known as being a very expensive city. Of course, if you are from where I'm from, it seems really cheap to you, but compare it to Copenhagen and stuff, you're getting more bang for your buck. Like, so it's not the cheapest, but you'll be well off. We're gonna head this way to the waterfront. Stockholm is known for having some pretty impressive waterfronts. So there's a lot of boats, and it's just very beautiful, because this capital here, Stockholm, Sweden, was built on like a multitude of different islands, like hundreds of islands. There's like 3 main ones, and then there's like a mainland, but yeah, just many islands. And they're starting to put up Christmas decorations too. Unfortunately, they're not all up while I'm here, but I'm going somewhere tonight actually, that is very Christmassy, so they call it the Winter Wonderland, so take your hint. But this right here is the other side of the Royal Palace. I think this is the back side, but it's still quite majestic. And over here you got this waterfront, which of course is beautiful, but there's some even better ones. So yeah, Stockholm and Sweden in general have really become my favorite country ever. Like, ever. It took me about 25 minutes being here in Stockholm to realize that this is my favorite. It's just, it's magical. So, keep that in mind. Thank you so much for watching that video. Click down here to watch a more recent one, and there will be more videos coming to you each Tuesday.